Alrighty, another day, another video hopefully. So what we need to do now, where we left it is we've got 3 of the subframe mounts on. It's just this rear one, we've got it bolted to the subframe now. But obviously because where we repaired the front floor, we've got no holes. So I need to jack the car up now so I can get a drill underneath and get through to one of the subframe holes I can get to. And then we'll have to go inside and then try and mark it and accurately, well, as accurately as we can. Try and drill through from the other side and hopefully get it right, so we can run some bolts through and get the subframe clamped up properly before we can move on with the panel work for the front wings and everything. So let's get that jacked up and drilled. Alright, I just tried to jack it up, as you saw. What's happened is now the subframe is pulled away from the bulkhead where I've jacked it up at the front. I was trying to avoid jacking it up here because I didn't want the jack to be in the way of where I've got to drill through, so I'm going to have to rethink this. I think if I can get the jack in, I might be able to get from the front and actually drill the hole, because obviously there's no point trying to drill the hole when it's this far away. You're just going to be completely out. Obviously you can see underneath I've got loads of welding wire I need to cut off and grind off, but again it's all going to be done on the sides off. Also this surface rust that's been appearing here, so we'll do all that once the car's up on its side. Alright, so let's reposition the jack. Alright, what I did to do was I lowered the jack a bit more. Some more of the weight went onto the axle stone, which is at the back of the subframe there, and that's folded in nice and close now. So that's now, I don't know if you can see that, so that's ready. I need to get that there and get a drill through it, and then we can try and, obviously I'm not going to be able to get to the top one because the subframe's in the way, so we're going to have to do a bit of arty-farty stuff on the inside. Alright, so the hole came through, so I just need to go through with a bigger drill now, and then we need to work out the correct position to drill the next hole. So let's run through with a bigger drill first and check. Sorry if I'm fucking about with the camera. Yeah, it is on. Sorry. Right. So, got one bolt through. What I've done is taken the old engine mount that was on this and bolted it on. So that's given me my exact distance from the point to point. What it hasn't given me is where it is. So I know it's on that arc because I know it's that distance apart. What I don't know where it is exactly is the height of the bulkhead here. So whereabouts should this be? I don't know. Although I've got a fairly good idea, because if I look on the outside, I can see that the bolt hole is just below the join line of where I've joined the bolt, where I've put the replacement metal in. So part of me is thinking about just going with that. We'll get a small hole through first so we can see where we are. And yeah, my view is let's just go for it. Can always weld it up. Yeah. Double check it and then let's drill a hole. Sorry about that, if you didn't really catch much in the video. I've just left that other mount in there for the moment. It's not going to get in my way, just acting as a washer. Got the other bolt through now and spinning on the end, not too far out, maybe a mil out, but because they're quite flexible, those bushes. Those new mounts seem to be alright. Not quite 100% happy just sticking a washer on the outside at the moment because of those. I'll show you later once they're off. So I may make sort of bigger spaces up so it spreads the load more across the actual poly mount. But we'll worry about that. That can easily be done a bit later, easily. Alright, let's go back to the front end. Alright, now we're back to the front end again. Now technically, subframe's all bolted up. I'll just check those big tower bolts. Make a difference. Pull it up a couple of mil here, it's a bit more at the front. By the time that's done. So, I think it's time to try the wings on again, see where we're looking, clamp them up. The other thing I might want to do is, the next thing I want to maybe do is as well is get the bonnet bolted back onto the actual hinges. Because again, before I weld all the wings, I really need to make sure the bonnet aligns. But before I bolt the hinges on, I just need to clean the bulkhead up a bit more, because I need to get some hammer white on that, just up the top there, I think. Yeah. Alright, I'm quite happy with the passenger side. It's not too far off. This driver's side is still quite high. And it's pulling, clamp it down, it's pulling on the subframe mount. Obviously what I can do is just try and loosen the subframe mount, just see if there's play in the hole in the subframe, because obviously it might not just need much, you know, just sit at the bottom of the hole. Because yeah, what I don't want is a pain in the arse to try and get the subframe in later. Yeah. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it for tonight. Alright, I'm not leaving it just at that, I'm still thinking, so I might as well think while the camera's on, so you can hear what I'm thinking. So, I think the next thing to do is, now I've got a good idea that this is going to work, I think. It just needs clamping up still. There's a lot, 3 big panels that you've got to clamp up, which all don't fit perfectly and they're all under pressure when you clamp them. So I think the next thing is we'll take the scuttle off and get that to fit, so it fits in nicely and all slots in. Then we can finish the bulkhead off and just up the top here, get some hammer white on it, just at the top here. Just where I'm not going to be able to get in where you are with a spray gun, and then get the hinges back on, then get this scuttle welded back on and spot welded on so I know it's in the right place. Then we can then come back and work on the A panels and it gives me a couple of clamps back. We'll do that next time.